Mustang lovers are among the most rabid and devout Ford fanatics there are. And when you count Jack Roush and Carroll Shelby among your friends, you know the collection is hot. Buckle up, it's time for some horsepower. It's time for a journey around America in search of the hidden gems, rare finds, and unbelievable collections in the garages of the country's auto enthusiasts. Each week, Mike Phillips will lead us through the amazing, fascinating, and entertaining backstories that make up What's in the Garage, presented by AutoGeek.net. Today, Mike is in beautiful Jupiter, Florida, at the garage of entrepreneur Jack Miller.
Mike Phillips here with AutoGeek's What's in the Garage, and today I'm in Jupiter, Florida, and I hear behind these doors are a couple of really nice Mustangs. So let's knock on the door and see what's in the garage.
Hello.
Hi, my name is Mike Phillips. I'm with AutoGeek's What's in the Garage.
Oh, hey, Mike, Jack Miller. Come on in.
I hear you got a couple nice Mustangs in here.
We got a few.
Let's check it out.
Okay.
Well, I'd say not only do you have a couple, you've got an actual stampede in here.
Yeah, I guess there's about 50 nice Mustangs in here, a few ponies.
Well, these are beautiful. I can't believe I've never seen so many Mustangs in one place.
Well, welcome. How about we take a little tour?
Let's take a tour. Do you mind if I take a couple pictures of them here?
Sure, go ahead.
Let's do it. Well, besides all these Mustangs, look at the Sunoco gas station you got here. What's the story?
Yeah, Mike, that's where we started in 1960, about 50 years ago. Right after I got married, I opened this little Sunoco station up in a little town outside of Philadelphia, Andalusia. And by the way, while we're here, we're passing by, we got a nice Shelby 2011 350. And it was especially made for me. It's serial number 350. And we're real proud of that car. But come on over and we'll show you a few things in the Sunoco station here.
I see the sign there by Carroll Shelby right there on the side.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the gas station where it all started.
This is where it all started. I think if you look at the gas pumps, gas was about $28.9. Today's price, I think, on a pump's $3.20. Was I correct? $28.9?
Yeah, you're right. It's 32 cents a gallon, 34 cents a gallon, 36 cents a gallon. Premium, 38 cents a gallon.
That's when Sunoco had the blends from 190 up to 260.
Wow.
And back in the day, the guys used to come in on Sunday, go into the drag strip, and we pushed a button and turn it up to 280 for them and give them a little more juice when they were going to the drag strip.
Wow. Well, that's really interesting. Hey, maybe I can top my car before I leave today.
In here, we got a few pieces, you know, that I'm proud of that we put in here. There's a cigarette machine here from the 1920s, and it's got the old packs of cigarettes in there, 15 cents.
Well, I see you got a couple of Corvettes here amongst all these Mustangs. What's the story with this? They don't really seem to fit in.
No, but we collected them a little bit, but as you notice, there's Jack working on one of them. They're in the repair shop. The Mustangs, we don't have to take care of them and fix them. We just got to wash them.
Hey, I'm a Chevy guy.
Yeah, but we got a few nice pieces here that I ran across. The story about this one goes with the gas station. When I had the gas station, the kid worked part-time for me, and he had a '54 Corvette. And so I saw this at an auction and bought it. And then we come past this nice 59 up. I buy things sometimes because I'm a number guy, a numerologist.
Sure. And
I was married in '59, graduated high school in '59, so that's one of the best '59 Corvettes around, restorations. We got a GT40 over here, a 205, and we just love it. I had one of my high school friends, Charlie, took him for a little ride one day, and he said he never went so fast. And, Charlie scares some people once in a while when he takes them for a ride. You know, they got to put their buckles on.
Now, Charlie's your curator?
Yes.
So he's in charge of this baby and all these, pampering them.
Charlie takes care of all the cars, cleans them, washes them.
And gets to drive them.
Oh, yeah.
Well, what do we have right here? This is a classic Ford.
Yeah, I think that's a '56.
It's a Sunliner, isn't it?
No, '56 Fairlane Sunliner convertible.
Wow. This is absolutely beautiful. What I really like here is you've got the old drive-in style speaker stand with the speaker actually in there as though they're in the drive-in.
Yeah, that brings back memories.
Yeah.
That's where we used to go when we were kids, in the drive-in.
The stainless steel trim is just immaculate. The paint's immaculate. It's a convertible.
You got a 57 here right behind it.
We're gonna take a break right now, but we'll be right back to check out more of Jack's cars. Welcome back. We're here at Miller's Mustang Barn, checking out a few of Jack Miller's special Mustangs. Jack, can you tell me about this car right here? It's just this amazing red color.
Yeah, that Steve Saline did that. That's a $20,000 paint job on there. And his wife, Liz, that's the lipstick she wore. And they named it after her, L-I-Z, Liz Stick Red. And they did a beautiful paint job on that.
Oh, that's funny. Instead of lipstick, it's Liz Stick.
Liz Stick,
I
that's
see
correct.
It's been signed up here.
Yeah, there's a few signatures on there.
I see John Force, and it looks like his daughter, Ashley Force.
That's correct.
Wow, that makes it special.
And this is the first Saline that was painted this color, by the way, too. This is car number 40, but this is the first Saline that was painted with this lipstick red color.
Now, I see you've got another one the same color right over here. What's the story behind that?
Same thing, that's the coupe.
Okay.
That's the coupe. They did a coupe the same color. I got both of them.
So you got a set of matching twins here.
Yes, sir.
Wow, man, they really stand out. What is on the other side?
Well, we have another Saline over there, Mike, and that's a grabber green. That car was all black, and they took the engine out, took everything out of it, and painted it grabber green. And we're real proud of this car in our collection.
Incredible. So they completely stripped off all the black paint and then repainted it.
Yes, sir.
This is beautiful. Hey, Jack, what's the story with this beautiful blue convertible Mustang?
Well, you heard of the movie Gone in 60 Seconds,
Oh, sure.
and this is an Eleanor. It wasn't the one in the movie, but it's a convertible. As you know, in the movie, there was a coupe,
Yes.
and this is a convertible that, it's one of my favorites. You know, they're all my favorite, but this is one of them.
Wow, this thing's just beautiful. I hear this one sounds really good.
Yeah, it's probably the loudest car we have with the side exhausts.
Well, that's beautiful. What do we have over here?
Oh, we got a 1967 GTA convertible. The GTA Gran Turismo automatic with a 390 engine in it.
Wow, this has got a big block in it.
Yes, sir.
Look how it's just completely stuffed in there. There's just barely enough room to get this engine in there.
Yeah, that's one of a kind.
So 390, and then this was the first year that they put the 390 with an automatic behind it.
That's correct.
So it's very rare?
Yes, sir.
Incredibly rare.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, there's only one. This is it. Yeah, right behind here we got a 69 Shelby GT500. And if you look at this, it's probably one of the best restorations you've seen. And we're real proud of this car.
This is all original?
Yes, all original redone, all restored.
Now, how many of these do you think there are?
I don't know how many of these are left, but this is one of a kind also.
Mm-hmm. Another Shelby.
Oh, yeah, this is one of my favorites. This is a 67 Shelby GT350 convertible, all restored to original condition.
This thing looks like it just rolled off the showroom floor.
Yeah. It's beautiful. It's one of my favorites. You know, they're all my favorites, but this is a special car here.
This is absolutely stunning.
We have a lot of new Mustangs, but we got that are special number ones, but this is one of our special cars.
Okay. Well, let's keep walking around. Check out, show us some of the ones that kind of stand out, or maybe people have never seen before.
Well, we can go down to these dark horses.
Dark horse?
Yeah, there's two dark horses. These are two cars that Saline, the last two cars he actually did. There's 25 of these cars, and there's a story going back to the beginning, 25 years ago when Saline started. His wife, Liz, was doing the VIN numbers, the first set of things, and she forgot number 6 VIN number when they do a series of 25 or 50, and so the last 25 years they left the number 6 out. They never had a number 6 car. Well, this is the number 1, and this is the number 6. And that's the only 6 car they ever did.
Wow, that's a great story.
And that's Dark Horse convertible.
So the only number 6 car Saline ever built, you own it.
That's what I'm told.
Wow, that's incredible. Hey, we're gonna take another break, then we're gonna be right back and check out some more of these awesome Mustangs here in Jack's collection. Welcome back. Now, Jack, you told me you started out in the gas station business, but we come over here, I see there's a couple of Mustangs painted on this mural on the wall with McNally's Beef and Ale. What's the story behind this?
Well, in 1970, my wife and I went down and looked at this this little bar on the corner here that John McNally, it was his 7th place, and he didn't want to open it up. He wanted to move to Florida. So we didn't know nothing about the restaurant business, but we took a shot at it, and that got us started. And you know, now we have 56 ale house restaurants all over the country, you know, in New York, Las Vegas, Chicago, Philadelphia. But that's where we started, with a little corner saloon.
So this is like a representation of your first restaurant.
That's the first one, 1970.
Incredible.
Little corner bar, about 1,500 square feet. And beers were 20 cents, shots were 50 cents. A keg was $9.50 back then. Today, in Vegas, we're paying $88. But, you know, it all goes
a little bit of inflation.
Yeah. And there's a cellar gate there, as you can see. Yeah. And that's where the beer went down. It was a 2-man job. The beer truck pulled up. You had to have a guy downstairs and one upstairs sliding the kegs and the beer downstairs. And the side door, we used to bet, you know, who was coming in that side door next and what time the trolley stopped outside where the Mustangs are. So we had to throw them Mustangs in just for, you know, because we got a Mustang barn here.
So these doors here, they would open up like that.
That's correct.
And then you take the beer down below.
Yeah, they have put a board there for the cases, and he slide them down to the guy so they didn't break, and the barrels rolled down on the ropes. It had 2 ropes, and the barrels went down right in the basement, and there was a big mat down there that they could bounce on and didn't break the concrete up.
Oh, interesting. And then, of course, the P-51 Mustang up there?
Yeah.
You mentioned that. Now, what does that have to do with the mural here?
Well, just had a few planes, as you can see down there, over the skylight in Philadelphia. We got a few P-51s, too, because we have 3 P-51 of Jack Roush's cars in here.
Well, let's take a look at them.
That we'll go look at.
Okay.
There's one special one over here.
So you've got 3 P-51 Mustangs here. You've got to tell me the story about these.
Well, this car here is a special car for us. Jack Roush made 151 of these in 2008, and this is number 1. And he also signed the roof here, as you can see. And behind it, in 2009, he made 51 P-51s. And that is the number 1 and the number 51. So they're very special cars to us. And Mr. Roush is a good friend of ours.
Well, that's just amazing that he signed the roof of this one right here.
Yes. Hopefully he comes down here during the Daytona and signs the rest of them for me.
He'll be here all day.
And if you want, we could go to the firehouse.
Let's check out the firehouse.
Yeah, my father, you know, he was a Philadelphia fireman for 30 years. And one day a fellow come into my office, and he was down at Palm Beach Post, and they told him I was a good guy, did a lot of charity work, and he said he had this fire engine. So we looked at it, and I wound up buying it. And we called it the Ale House Fire Department, Engine 126. My father was stationed downtown Philadelphia for 17 years in Engine 26, and they became my favorite numbers. I could tell you some stories about 126. You know, Florida has a lottery.
Yes.
So I play that every day, and I've hit it a few times. But this was dedicated to my dad and my uncle. As you see, his name's on the hood here. He passed away a few years ago, but he had a good life, 94 years, and one of my favorite pieces ever.
Well, this is absolutely beautiful, old classic Chevrolet fire truck. But I gotta tell you, right next to it is this amazing blue Mustang. What's the story behind this?
Yeah, well, that probably is the fastest Mustang in here. It's a grabber blue, and it's called the Super Snake by Carroll Shelby. And he built this out of his museum in Las Vegas. And we were fortunate enough to get this car, and it's fast. Very fast car.
Yeah, I like the emblem down here. It's got the Cobra on it. It says right there, Shelby GT500 Super Snake.
Super Snake it is.
Wow, this is a beauty. So this is the fastest Mustang you have in your collection?
Yes.
Well, this one looks kind of stealthy. It's got the elevated wing back there. What's the story behind this Mustang?
Well, this is a track pack, and it's a number 1 also, and it's ready for the track. That's why they named it Track Pack. It looks like it, don't it?
Oh, this thing, it looks like it's ready to race. Ready to tear it up.
Another #1 car of Roush's. And down here, I think we're going to go down and see this 428R of Jack Roush's convertible.
Well, I love the way this looks, this black with the bold red stripes. What's the story with this?
This is a 428R Roush car, convertible, and the only one made.
The only one?
The only one made, and we have it.
Incredible. Hey, we're gonna take another break. When we come back, we're gonna check out what's called the Blackjack. Welcome back to Auto Geeks What's in the Garage. Now let's check out another one of Jack's very unique and special cars. Tell us about this one, Jack.
This is a 2008 428R convertible, and another special thing about this, it's the only automatic alive.
Wow. So it's another one only car.
Yeah, one off. Yep.
Incredible. It's beautiful too. Hey, I was, while we're walking around, I noticed there's something unique upstairs. Can we take a look up there?
Sure, let's go up.
Okay.
We got a couple little things here. Mr. DiMaggio, batting right-handed like he always did, and we put Mickey over here. He was a great switch hitter, so he's batting left-handed.
Mickey Mantle.
Yeah, that's the Mick. And you see these stadium seats?
Yes.
They come out of the old Yankee Stadium, row 12, right behind home plate.
Wow.
I sat in myself. And this picture up here, that's the new Yankee Stadium. That's the fans sitting in the new Yankee Stadium. These turnstiles come out of the old Yankee Stadium.
Wonder how many people have walked through these.
And over here you got A-Rod's clubhouse seat, signed by Alex Rodriguez. And you get down here, we got a little game, you know, a little pool. Red Sox are playing the Yankees. If you see the balls there, it's a little contest again.
Well, what's nice about this is the play pool here, and you got all these beautiful Mustangs to look at down below.
Yeah. You got this beautiful bar, well stocked, and little shuffleboard. We played a lot of shuffleboard where I come from in Philadelphia.
It's time for Show Car Garage. Tips on detailing your car to bring out the beauty that will make it show-worthy. Brought to you by AutoGeek.net. We are Car Care.
I'd like to introduce this week's guest, Eric Dunn from Lake Country Manufacturing.
Hey Mike, how you doing today?
Good, welcome. Now, Lake Country makes a zillion different types of foam buffing pads for machine buffing paint, but this week you're going to share with us the compressor pad.
Yeah, the compressor pad, what it is, it's a foam pad, and if you look at it from the side, it's actually cut on a radius.
I see that.
So what'll happen is when you put it on your backing plate, it'll flatten out.
Okay.
Now there's also fingers put into this pad, so the pad runs very cool.
I see. Fingers, you mean when I pull this apart, you're talking about these tabs there?
Right.
The way it's sliced up, so it's not just like a flat pad like everybody else uses. This is actually got some cuts all the way across it here.
Correct. So what that does is it lets the pad run cool. You have 9 times more surface coverage of the foam because you're not just using the top of the pad, you're using both sides of all the sides of the fingers.
What other benefits does a pad like this give you?
Well, when you put it on a backing plate and you flatten it out, the center of the pad becomes very tight. Okay. So that prevents polish from soaking in there because you're taking the foam and you're kind of compressing it together.
So it won't get so saturated?
Correct.
Okay, that's a benefit.
And also with the fingers, it prevents less sling. So when you put your pad on your vehicle, it doesn't throw the...
So it's not going to do what I usually do, it's just throw product everywhere.
Right.
Okay, good. I could use this pad.
What's also nice about the fingers is it's very user-friendly, doesn't produce a lot of heat, and it conforms to a lot of different, let's call them variations on a body panel.
Sure. Well, having a pad that'll conform to either concave or convex curves is very important because a lot of modern cars, even classic cars, have a lot of curves to them.
Correct.
Now, could you use these with any kind of tool?
You can use these on any kind of tool as long as the backing plate is sized up for the back of the pad.
Sure, match the backing plate to the size of the pad.
Correct, and I just want to show you something, Mike. Let me grab this piece of glass right here.
Okay.
If I hold up this glass...
Yeah? Have me push this on there?
Yeah, then you can see how the fingers are actually turning.
Wow, look at that. It offers a lot of flexibility.
There you go, very user-friendly.
Tell you what, can I give this a try on that car over there?
Sure, not a problem at all.
Well, I've placed this gray polishing pad on here. And if you look at the scoop on the 65 GTO, notice the curve there?
Yeah, there's a nice radius that goes up and then across
So
the
let
top.
me just experiment right there with that. It makes it really easy to get in here and buff that curve. Okay. Well, thanks for coming by, Eric.
Thanks a lot, Mike. I appreciate it.
And that's it for this week's Tips and Techniques at Show Car Garage. Well, Jack, this is absolutely beautiful. It's an old malt shop, looks like.
Yeah, well, on our menu at the ale house, we have a famous dessert called Captain Jack's, buried treasure. One of our cooks invented in, I think it's back in '93, and we've sold millions and millions of them since. So I built Captain Jack's drive-through ice cream store with a bunch of antiques. There's a penny scale all restored and some blenders from the 50s. And we have ice cream sodas and milkshakes we make the folks when they come up.
Well, Jack, thank you for sharing your magnificent Mustang collection with us. Just real quick question, are any of these cars for sale?
Like anything's for sale, they're all for sale at the right price. Money never sleeps.
Hey, thank you for joining us on this week's edition of Auto Geeks What's in the Garage. Be sure to tune in next week as we check out someone else's car collection in their garage.